Hello friends and welcome to our YouTube channel Shri Rawatpura Sarkar University. This is Aditi Giri Goswami from Department of Pharmacy. I am going to teach you human anatomy and physiology, and today we are going to discuss about physiology of urine formation. In this animation, we will show you the three essential stages to make urine by the nephron. There are three processes that are involved in urine formation or three essential stages to make urine by the nephron. The first one is glomerular filtration, the second one is tubular reabsorption, and finally the last process of urine formation is tubular secretion. And if we are talking about urine formation, then we have to see the structure of nephron and recall it. So, what is nephron? It is the structural and functional unit of your kidneys. Your kidney contains millions and millions of nephron, and this is what a single nephron is looks like. The major part of the nephron is Bowman's capsule filled with bunch of capillaries called glomerulus, and it's got a proximal convoluted tubules called PCT followed by the loop of Henle, which have a U-shaped structure followed by the distal convoluted tubules DCT, which opens into something called collecting duct, and the collecting duct is opens out into the renal pelvis, and that ultimately pours the urine formed into the ureters. This is how the structure of nephron is summed up. Nephron also got afferent arteriole wider in shape and efferent arteriole narrow in shape. Renal artery brings the blood from the heart to the kidney. Renal is anything to do with your kidney. Renal artery is further breaks up into many arterioles and further branches up to form afferent arterioles, which breaks to form a tuft of capillaries called glomerulus. And again the glomerulus break up into many smaller capillaries which leave it and formed something called efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole is narrow as compared to the afferent arteriole. Let's begin the physiology of urine formation. The first one is glomerular filtration. As the name indicates, there is some kind of filtration happens. जैसा कि हमें नाम से ही पता चल रहा है, इस प्रोसेस में कुछ filtration का काम होगा. As you can see this picture, this is a zoomed part of your nephron wherein your Bowman's capsule and your glomerulus can be seen. So have a look at this beautiful animation in which you can see that afferent arterioles brings the blood to the glomerulus. afferent arteriole हमारे बॉडी के ब्लड को ग्लोमरुलस के अंदर लाने का काम करता है, जहां ग्लोमरुलस वॉल्स में बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे पोर्स होते हैं और एज सेम बोमन्स कैप्सूल के वॉल्स पर भी सिल्ट्स होते हैं, एग्जैक्टली लाइक अ स्मॉल पोर्स विच एनहेंस द फिल्ट्रेशन ऑफ ब्लड कंपोनेंट्स, जो कि फिल्ट्रेशन के प्रोसेस को एनहेंस करने का काम करते हैं. द ब्लड दैट फ्लोइंग इनसाइड द ग्लोमरुलस कैन बी फिल्टर्ड, और इस तरह से जो ब्लड ग्लोमरुलस के अंदर फ्लो हो रहा है वो फिल्टर हो जाता है. दोज पार्ट्स ऑफ द ब्लड विच कैन पासेस थ्रू दिस पोर्स एंड थ्रू दिस सिल्ट्स आर एंड अप इनटू द बोमन्स कैप्सूल. जो ब्लड के पार्टिकल्स इन पोर्स एंड सिल्ट्स को क्रॉस कर लेते हैं वो बोमन्स कैप्सूल के अंदर चले जाते हैं. आफ्टर द फिल्ट्रेशन द मटेरियल एंटर्ड इनटू द बोमन्स कैप्सूल इज कॉल्ड ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेट. और फिल्ट्रेशन के बाद जो ब्लड मटेरियल्स बोमन्स कैप्सूल के अंदर आ जाता है उन्हें अब हम ब्लड ना बोल के ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेट बोलते हैं. ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेट को हम फिल्ट्रेबल ब्लड कंपोनेंट्स भी बोल सकते हैं दैट कंटेन्स वाटर्स, नाइट्रोजीनियस वेस्टेट्स एंड सॉल्ट्स as well as nutrients. And the another non-filtrable component that contains blood cells, प्रोटीन्स एंड प्लेटलेट्स, वो प्योर ब्लड जो ग्लोमरुलस में फिल्ट्रेशन के दौरान प्योर रह गया था वो वापस इफरेंट आर्ट्रियोल के रास्ते बॉडी के ब्लड स्ट्रीम में वापस चला जाता है. दैट मीन्स pure blood leaves the glomerulus through efferent arteriole back to the blood circulation. How this filtration happens into the glomerular capillaries? ये filtration आखिर होता कैसे है? The blood in between glomerulars at the joining afferent arteriole, the junction Bowman's capsule and the narrow efferent arteriole is under a lots of pressure due to wider afferent arteriole and narrow efferent arteriole. जो blood afferent arteriole के जरिए glomerulus में आता है, glomerulus जहाँ पहले से ही बहुत ज़्यादा छोटे छोटे capillaries present है और Bowman's कैप्सूल के साथ साथ इफरेंट आर्ट्रियोल भी है, वहाँ वो सारा ब्लड बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर एंड फोर्स में होता है एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दिस फोर्स एंड pressure, the blood get pushed through these pores and cells to enter the Bowman's capsule and filtration occurs. Now the glomerular filtrate entered into the proximal convoluted tubule, the another part of nephron, where selective reabsorption is occurred. Sodium ions, chloride ions, amino acid, glucose and as well as water are reabsorbed from the filtrate into the blood. Each of our nephron is surrounded by smaller blood capillaries through which the tubular reabsorption is occurred. And now we are going to discuss about second process of urine formation, that is tubular reabsorption. We're still using the word glomerular filtrate for next few seconds until we reach the particular step. हम अभी भी glomerular filtrate का यूज़ करेंगे जब तक हम पर्टिकुलर स्टेप पे नहीं पहुंच जाते, तब तक हम ग्लोमेरुलर फिल्ट्रेट को यूरिन का नाम नहीं देंगे. Tubular reabsorption occurs as a filtrate flows through the tubules and substance of the body are returned back to the particular capillary. Tubular reabsorption basically PCT and loop of Henle में होता है. PCT means प्रॉक्सिमल कॉन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल नेफ्रॉन का ही एक पार्ट था जो कि बोमन्स कैप्सूल्स के बाद होता है, जहां जो फिल्ट्रेट बोमन्स कैप्सूल से पीसीटी में एंटर होता है वो वापस रीअब्जॉर्ब होने लगता है. इस प्रोसेस में हमारे बॉडी को जब ये महसूस होता है कि अभी भी हमारे बॉडी का जो फिल्ट्रेट बन के पीसीटी में एंटर हुआ है वो वेस्ट मटेरियल नहीं है, तो वो उन आयंस न्यूट्रिएंट्स को बॉडी में वापस रीअब्जॉर्ब करने लगता है थ्रू कैपिलरीज. ऑन एवरेज over 99% of the filtrate plasma is reabsorbed and conserved for the body. Remaining 1% contents are unwanted substances and is eliminated in the form of urine. It happens between nephron and the bloodstream capillaries. Now we are going to discuss about our last process of urine formation, that is tubular secretion. After the lots of useful substances have been reabsorbed, our body still identify the waste material like excess of water, hydrogen ions, drug metabolites, etc. and it's eliminate it into the DCT. DCT means distal convoluted tubule. Some of our blood capillary called peritubular capillaries also eliminate the waste materials like byproducts to the DCT, and those byproducts get excreted through urine. Some of our blood capillary called peritubular capillaries also eliminate the waste materials like byproduct to the DCT. कुछ हमारे blood capillaries है जिन्हें हम peritubular capillaries के नाम से जानते हैं, जो कि नेफ्रॉन के ही आसपास प्रेजेंट होते हैं. वो भी अपना वेस्ट मटेरियल एलिमिनेट करते हैं थ्रू DCT and those byproduct get excreted through your urine. The substance following remains after reabsorption is known as urine. Once reabsorption has happened, we use the word urine, and this process very importantly helps to maintain the normal pH of your blood. It happens between peritubular capillaries and DCT. After the tubular secretion is happened, your urine has been formed and it comes into your collecting duct. From the collecting duct, the urine gets empty into the renal pelvis, and from the renal pelvis, it gets empty into the ureter and it finally excreted out of your body through bladder. Thank you for this session.